All right, we're going. I'm here with my new friend. What's your name or stage name?
Fancy.
Fancy. So, I'm paying you for an interview. Tell me a little bit about what you do and your experience, how we met, and what I asked you.
Well, I came up and asked you if you wanted to date because I'm a commercial company, and that means I work out here with all the other local girls, and that's how we make our extra money. Some of it's the only job we have. Some of us have part-time jobs, but I have a part-time job as well, but I'm not going to tell you with who.
Sure. Yeah, I appreciate you mentioning or you being part of the show. I think some of the guys in Russia would like you. So
we love Russia.
Yeah. All right. So how much money can you make in a night? Just out of curiosity.
On a good night, like on a weekend or something like that. On the weekends, we really don't make any money here. The money is on Sundays.
On Sundays?
Yes, Sunday through Thursday. But we make anywhere from 500 to over 1,000 a night.
What's the worst money you could make in a night?
Nothing.
Nothing? And
yeah.
How many hours?
You could be out here for several hours and not make anything.
Does it depend on the weather?
I think it just depends on the mood of the truck driver.
On the mood of the truck driver?
It could be the weather. It could be a lot of things. It could be that they're broke.
How the loads were the week, huh?
Yeah.
What are the prices?
Well, they're all different. Everybody charges different. I normally charge 50, 75, and 100, and that's just for a date. That's not for an all-night date.
Now, the truck drivers, how often are they married or in relationship, or like the girlfriend's calling? You got any stories like that?
Quiet. We have to be quiet.
You got some stories like that? Anything crazy ever happen?
Well, I had one truck driver. He was getting high, and he handed me the phone, and I answered it, and it was his wife. You know, he was just so high he couldn't answer the phone, and she cussed me out.
Yeah, I could imagine so.
But normally, as a rule, we keep that part of it separate. And
how long have you been doing this?
Almost 30 years.
30 years.
On and off.
Is it dangerous?
Yes, it can be very dangerous.
What does that mean? What does danger mean?
I've been in the truck with a serial killer before, and as it turned out, I got out because he was acting a little strange, and my friend got in the truck with him after I left, and she ended up dead in Lubbock, Texas.
Strange as in what?
As a rule, drivers are a different breed altogether anyway, because they live such a lonely life out here, and it's exhausting mentally, physically, and emotionally. So, and I know because I used to drive. But, and their work is hard. It's not easy. And they're not near appreciated enough.
How do you spot a serial killer truck driver?
You don't.
You don't?
No, there is no face.
There is no face.
And it's usually the ones you trust the most.
I see.
But we have fun out here too.
What do you do? You do it? Okay.
We do have fun. We party on the back of flatbeds and drop decks, and we do topless dances, and you know, like if it's on a weekend and somebody stays over for the weekend, we might, you know, sit on the back of that flatbed.
Sure.
Turn some music up, drink a little bit, and it's on and popping.
What about police?
Police, as a rule, don't really mess with us too much. The only ones they really mess with are the ones that are breaking in loads and stuff like that.
So police don't care.
No, they do care.
They do care.
But they're not going to bother anybody that's not bothering anybody else.
Okay, so if nobody calls,
oh yeah,
people call?
Yes, they do. Especially if they see you breaking into somebody's load.
Okay. But if I called today?
Oh, they would respond.
And what would they do? Tell you to leave?
Yes.
That's
Because
all.
only because I don't have any warrants.
Oh, okay. They check you. Okay,
Oh,
I
yes,
see.
Yes, yes.
And then you break my windows or twist up my airlines. Have you ever
Now
done that?
there are a lot of them that will do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know how to screw up my truck?
Yep.
What have you done? Have you ever
I
not
have never
gotten
done
paid?
that,
Or
but I know how to do it.
have you ever not gotten paid? And
No,
no.
never been a problem for me. But I've seen a lot of girls.
So why do you do it?
I do it for because I used to be a drug addict, and this is where all the drugs were. Now that I'm not a drug addict anymore, I do it for the money so I can pay my bills.
If you could pay your bills, would you still do it?
No,
No. So it's not that fun.
no, it's not that fun, but it can be depending on the person that you're with.
How much bills do you have? Just out of curiosity.
Well, I have quite a bit. I have a house all to myself, so and I have to pay every bill in the world, and it's a fixer upper.
Well, just out of curiosity, can a trucker or truck driver position pay for all your bills? Why don't you drive truck? Why don't you do a real job?
I could.
But this is convenient.
Yes, it's just convenient at the moment when I need money now.
Maybe you want to be a car hauler.
I would love to.
Yeah? Oh. So
I would love to.
we can talk about that more later.
Okay.
But tell me more. Tell me some interesting stories maybe some of the guys would like to hear.
Well, we seem to have more men out here doing dates than women these days.
Men doing dates? Really?
Yes.
Your competition is another guy.
Yes.
And they're doing better.
Yes.
I don't think the Russian guys are going to like to hear this.
No, they're not going to like to hear this, but they are going to like to see this.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
It's still here, and it's still going strong. Just because some of the guys are acting a little weird, and some of the truck drivers are a little weird. You know.
Yeah.
There's a separation somewhere.
So men dates, huh?
I've seen them do it, but they'll deny it till the end.
They'll deny it.
But there's a lot of truck drivers that are like that.
Really?
Yes. I got paid to watch 2 of them.
What?
Yes, and I was like,
Are truck drivers nasty?
as a rule, no,
No.
not normally. But you do have some that are extremely nasty. They're either all the way nasty or they're just
Like you could tell a lot by their cabs, huh? They're kind of like dirty. Like cigarette butts all over.
fingernails.
Oh, that's what you look for
Fingernails.
right away.
Yes. Lots
So,
of other things you should look for too.
mine are.
Yours are clean.
Is that the first thing that you looked at?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That and your teeth.
You're like, I can talk to this guy.
Yeah.
We could do a YouTube interview.
Because I'm not gonna let you touch me if you got dirty hands.
Yeah. I see. What kind of religions are the guys?
They're all
Yeah.
cultures. I mean,
Christian guys, Jewish
there's
guys?
every walk of life out here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they all order girls.
Most of them, yeah. They get
Do
lonely.
Russian guys order girls?
A lot of them.
A lot of Russian. Do you
Yes.
know any Russian words?
Yes, I have a few Russian customers.
Yeah. Repeat customers that call you
Yes,
when they're in town?
Yes, and they pay good money.
Who
They
pays?
don't like to, but they do.
Who pays the best?
Russians,
Really?
yes,
Are you serious?
yes. Because they love an American woman. American women know how to give it.
I might have some Russian wives watching this. Do you think their husbands may have been with you?
I certainly hope
Yeah.
not.
Baptist church going guys?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
All walks of life.
Huh. We're going to have a talk at church.
Okay.
What else do you think? You got any interesting stories you think we... What's a way to get out of this?
A way to get out of it.
Is it easy for you to
just
get out?
make your mind up to do it.
Is it like...
It's not hard.
Do you feel like you're trapped in it?
No.
No? Okay. Everybody doing it by choice?
At one point in time, I felt like I don't know anything else to do but this. But I do know, you know. I wasn't raised in this. I came from a very good family, a well-to-do family. There's no logical reason for me to be out here other than I have too much pride to ask my parents for money.
See. Trying to think of more things to ask. I wasn't really ready for this type of video, but
I will tell you this. We do have lots of fun out here with the drivers that are decent and brought up right, and as long as the girl, you know, as long as the girl is doing what she's paid to do, then there's no problems, you know, and there never should be, because back in the day when I started doing this, drivers would come and rescue you when you needed to be rescued. They would pay for you to have something to eat if you were hungry, you know. They'd let you ride with them if you didn't have any place to go, and they don't do that anymore.
Do they ever just give you money and just say, go away?
Yeah. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I can.
I'm just joking. I can't imagine.
Yeah, they just...
Not very often, but yeah, it does happen.
Like they sympathize or whatever, and they just...
Yeah.
They just say, go home.
And then they get disgusted because they get woke up so much.
They just say, go home. I had a few times. Okay, this is the 4th time I've been asked. You know, I had twice in Florida and once here in Dallas.
Right.
You know, yeah, and one time I was really angry. I was woken up at 4 in the morning and my alarm was at 5 and I couldn't fall back asleep. I was really unhappy.
One time, I will tell you this, because there's lots of truck drivers that smoke dope. And one time I got in a truck with this driver that was smoking dope. And every time he would take a hit of dope, he'd go like this. Don't ask me why.
Do police ever want to have a good time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yes. We have our select few.
Yeah.
I don't indulge.
You don't indulge?
No.
Everybody wants to have a good time. How about girls? Do girls want to have a good time?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. You know what? We have to make this fun for us, because if we don't, we'll hate ourselves.
No, I'm saying like girls hire you.
Oh, yeah.
They get lonely too?
Yeah.
Why don't people just meet people?
Huh?
Just never mind. So,
sometimes this is how we meet. I was doing this when I met my first husband.
Yeah?
And we got married and had a child together.
You met your husband like this?
Yes.
Oh, let's see. You want me to stand? Is that better? Or,
yeah.
I don't know.
Better.
So, and then you went on the road with him.
Yeah, we went on the road and I got pregnant. You know, he was just very good to me.
I see. So, it worked out for a while, huh?
Yeah. 5 years.
Oh. Yeah, you think tonight's going to be a good night?
Absolutely.
Really?
I'm counting on it.
And you just came out. I'm your first customer.
Yes. What kind of customer?
What kind of customer? Yeah, everyone else tonight's going to want a YouTube interview too. I better hurry up and upload this.
Okay.
No, just kidding. So...
Russians, we want y'all here.
Do you just work in one particular area, or do you hit like many areas in a night?
Many areas in a night.
Yeah, how many areas?
Depending on how busy it is.
How many areas do you keep in mind?
2 or 3.
What's the youngest girl that would be doing this that you've met? Just out of curiosity.
I'd say 20.
20. Like a college student trying to get through, ran away from home, or what kind of
No,
situation?
just drug addicts, just strung out on drugs.
Mainly drug addicts.
Yeah.
See.
What I would love to do someday is do a documentary.
A documentary on this. Maybe this is the start of one.
Yeah.
Maybe
be
we could do
wonderful.
part 2 to this later.
I would love to.
Yeah. What kind of things would you want to show in the documentary? What do you think
I want people to be aware of what these people go through out here.
What do they go through? I mean, I'm trying to ask questions, but maybe you should present the question.
There's a lot of heartache, and there's a lot of hurt and a lot of pain.
What do they need?
And most of it is because they don't feel loved. You know, they're looking for love in all the wrong places.
So they, how could somebody help get them out of drugs?
Show them a different way.
Show them a different
way to maintain. If you're going to do what you're doing, then maintain it at a respectable level.
Tell them they should like Ferraris and Lamborghinis and be a car hauler. You know, that's what saved my life from drugs. I always knew that I could never touch a Lamborghini if I did drugs. But
do you have a Lamborghini now?
I know a lot of guys that do, and that let me handle their cars. And some guys I delivered cars for that they get upset if I don't visit them when I'm near their town.
That's wonderful.
You know, one guy's got a collection of 80 cars, and every time I'm in his town, he said, park your truck at my warehouse, I'll pick you up, and we drive his cars around because he doesn't have anyone that he trusts around his cars as much as me, for example.
Wow.
So if if there's
good rapport then.
So if there's a car show to go to, and he wants to take a car, and I can go with him to a car show, I'll follow him in another car.
They need to see other things that they can do and feel good about themselves too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to do a documentary.
People like that are lonely too.
Yes.
But so it's loneliness and drugs.
Yes. And the drugs are what makes them lonely.
The drugs are what?
But it makes them lonely because it alienates them from their family. They alienate themselves from their family.
Because family doesn't want to be involved.
And it doesn't matter if you're doing drugs or not, or if you're embarrassed or not. Call home. They need to hear from you.
How do I get you in the back of my refrigerator and lock you up in there?
It's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen?
Not gonna happen.
What if like two Russians, like?
I don't ever get in the truck with two men. Never. That's a rule.
But you can handle a guy. Have you had to wrestle a guy ever?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how often?
Not very often.
Not very often.
Maybe two or three times.
What does he want? What would they want?
They want to take their money back.
They want to take their. They got a bad deal?
No. They think they're going to rob you after they've
They
already
think they could get a 2-for-1
do.
special, huh?
Yeah.
Has anyone ever gotten a deal? No? You still get your way? Really?
I have mace.
You have mace. I have mace too.
And I have a pistol. I carry one.
Have you ever had to use it?
No.
No. You just show it?
I've had to point it one time.
One time.
Because I'm a firm believer in.
What is it, a 22?
Yeah. I'm a firm believer in. You don't put that in somebody's face unless you're going to use it.
Yeah.
So,
when your pants are down, you better be ready to perform. Right?
Just do
well, that's like.
Yeah.
and I guess this is Texas, right? It kind of helps out.
This is Texas.
So.
Everything's big in Texas.
Everything's big.
That's why I came to Texas.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
No, this is. I appreciate you making the interview. This is. Maybe we will shoot a part 2. Maybe
I think
we could.
We should make plans to do that, because in the second part, I'm going to tell you about the serial killers. I'm going to tell you about the things that they've done to women, the pictures that I've seen, the women they've done it to, and what was behind their reasonings for doing it.
So you have some friends that didn't make it out alive?
I've had several.
Out of this? What happened to them for
Tragic things. I mean...
They let two guys lock them up in a refrigerator?
Abnormal things.
Abnormal?
Yes.
Like slipped and fell off a step or something like that?
No.
On their way out, or what?
I'm talking about torturing.
Torturing, like legit crazy guys.
They tortured these women to death.
How
Y'all think the cartel's bad? It's nothing compared to this.
Yeah. What
Nothing
is this?
compared to what I've seen.
What do you mean by this when you say it?
When I say, the truck stop girls,
This is worse than a drug cartel.
It can be, yes.
It can
for
be.
a woman, it can
For
be.
a woman.
Yeah. It can be for a man too. if
Are
he
you
doesn't have
stupid? Are the girls stupid?
They're just naive.
Naive.
Yeah. They don't know what they've gotten themselves into.
They seen some easy money and then
That's what they think they see.
they meet a
But
guy
in the
like
end,
me that
it's-
wants a video.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I want to discuss in part 2.
If we make
So
that.
at part 2, we will see you, and I will give you explicit details on how the women were mutilated,
What happened?
tortured, and
Mutilated, tortured, huh? By Christian guys, supposedly. Does like a Jesus sticker mean anything to you on a truck? Or like,
it means something to me, but a lot of it doesn't to her.
You've
It
been
means
in-
something different to everyone. To me, that's my creator.
Yeah. Right. But to the
remember.
guys, are there customers like that'll have
Yes, that will have the Jesus stickers in the window. Yes, sir.
to go to church
Yes.
on Sunday, then the
Yes.
liquor store,
Yes.
and then they
We've
call
got
you
one truck driver that comes here, and he's a cross-dresser.
to cross-dress.
Yes, but he will not date any women, but he will let women in his truck, and he has like this, in the back of his truck, it's nothing but S&M, and it's got all the women's negligees, and he puts heels on and sits in front of the truck with his leg up on the dash like this with net stockings on, and he just sits there and smokes his cigarettes, and he puts a wig on and some red lipstick, and that's it.
And he just wants to hang out.
Yeah. But that's weird.
It is
Strange.
weird. Russian
And
guys?
no.
No, never catch a Russian doing that.
Never. I've never seen a Russian guy like
Any
that.
Russian gay guys?
No.
No?
Not that I've ever met.
Yeah. They're gonna
No, I can honestly say that. No.
No? How about any other nationalities?
Oh, several.
Several,
Yes.
right? Latino guys, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? They like homosexual?
Yeah, I think that people have been turned on to, in this industry because they do live such lonely lives. And I'm not going to tell you my incident.
The loneliness makes them
Yes.
homosexual.
It makes them, what's the word I'm looking for? Desperate
Desperate.
for companion.
Well, we're at 23 minutes now. Just a few more
Time's
minutes.
up.
And yeah, so yeah, maybe you could bring a couple of your friends out next
I
time.
would love to.
I
We might
think,
even do that tonight, part 2. You want to?
I don't know if I could afford it. But I'm gonna need to make a phone call for that. Phone a friend.
Okay. You just let me know if you're ready, and we'll do the documentary
be,
when the sun goes down.
That could be
It'll make it a
interesting.
little bit more eerie.
Yeah, if a couple girls, not busy. Sounds pretty interesting. So, yeah, anything else you had?
I will discuss it with you at
Yeah.
the
Okay.
next episode.
All right. Thanks again.
No problem.